Samsung might be getting ready to shake things up with its software rollout scheduled this year. According to recent reports, the company could be planning to launch the One UI 8 beta much earlier than usual, possibly as soon as June. This would be a major shift from Samsung's typical pattern, where beta testing usually kicks off around August. The information comes from a credible source, tipster Taran Vats, who posted about it on X. But like with most leaks and early news, it comes with a caution. Samsung's plans can always change depending on how development progresses. So what makes this early beta launch so interesting? Well, One UI 8 is Samsung's custom user interface that's going to be based on Android 16. Every year, Google releases a new version of Android, and Samsung customizes it for its own devices under the One UI banner. In past years, Samsung has waited for the official Android release before starting its public beta program. For example, the One UI 7 beta, based on Android 15, didn't begin until August of last year. But now, with internal testing already underway, we might see things kick off a whole lot sooner. This internal testing has already been spotted. A test build of One UI 8 was reportedly seen running on a Galaxy Z Flip 6 test device. That's a clear sign that Samsung is deep into development already. Devices like the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6, D Flip 6, and the Galaxy S25 series are usually the first to get these test builds, as they represent the next wave of flagship launches. If One UI 8 is already being tested on these phones, it suggests Samsung is moving faster than expected. Now, if the beta does go live in June, what does that mean for Samsung users? For starters, more time for feedback. Beta testers will be able to try out the new features of One UI 8 earlier and help Samsung identify and fix bugs well ahead of the final release. That's something users will welcome, especially considering how bumpy the One UI 7 rollout was for many devices. An earlier beta means more polish by the time the stable version hits devices later in the year. And let's not forget the strategic side of things. Google is expected to unveil Android 16 officially at its I/O event this May, with early developer previews likely already in circulation. By jumping into beta testing sooner, Samsung is positioning itself to be ready with a stable One UI 8 version not long after Google rolls out the final Android 16 build. This would be a big improvement over previous years, where Samsung lagged a bit behind and had to play catch-up with its updates. There's also speculation that Samsung's decision to accelerate the One UI 8 rollout is linked to the lack of a separate One UI 7.1 release. Based on early test builds, One UI 8 may not bring huge new features. It's more like an evolution or refinement of One UI 7.1. So instead of taking time to release a mid-cycle update like 7.1, Samsung might be wrapping those small tweaks into the larger One UI 8 package. It's a smart move, especially if they want to stay competitive and keep their update cycle on track. That being said, Samsung hasn't officially confirmed any of this. No press release, no formal beta program announcement, at least not yet. Historically, Samsung tends to announce its beta programs just a few days before they go live, so even if a June launch is real, we might not hear anything official until right before it happens. Still, the signs are all pointing in one direction. Samsung is serious about streamlining its software development and getting updates to users faster. And for Galaxy fans, that's exciting news. It means less waiting, earlier access to new features, and potentially a more stable experience when the final update arrives. To sum it up, One UI 8 is already in internal testing, and reports suggest that Samsung could open up public beta testing as early as June. While it's not confirmed yet, this would be a big change from the company's usual update cycle. If it happens, it'll give users an early chance to explore what's new in One UI 8 and help shape the final version with their feedback. As always, it's best to wait for official word, but this early buzz is definitely worth paying attention to.